Hello, my name is CJ, and no amount of school or work is going to prevent me from showing you guys the manga I picked up this month. Let the September 2016 monthly manga pickup video begin! As you can see, work and school has prevented me from collecting a treasure trove of manga this month, but as I've always said, I prefer quality over quantity. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, I have After School Charisma by Kumiko Tsukane, who wrote my favorite Blood Plus spin-off, Blood Plus Adagio. After School Charisma is about a high school that is filled with historical clones. So as you can see, volumes 5 through 8 feature Adolf Hitler, Queen Elizabeth I, Sigmund Freud, and Ikkyu Sojin, who I actually had to look him up. I didn't know anything about him. He's a poet and Buddhist monk. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, so the purpose of this high school is to develop clones to then sell to the highest bidder. So for example, if this high school produced a clone of, say, Beethoven, a musical company might be interested in purchasing that clone. This series goes into a lot of ethics about cloning and what it means to be a clone. Are you even human if you're a clone? Like, what rights would clones have? It's super interesting. I highly, highly recommend it. And oddly enough, the character of Adolf Hitler is probably one of the more interesting characters in the series. I definitely did not expect that. After School Charisma gets a very high recommendation from me. I am super excited to see what happens in future volumes, and I believe the 12th and final volume is going to be translated into English in December here in the States, so I'm very excited for that. Oh, After School Charisma is so cool. Next is Attack on Titan Lost Girls. This features Annie. It is a spin-off. Man, I feel really bad about this one. Usually I like to read the manga that I feature on my monthly manga pickups and then recommend them to you guys. I just, to be honest, have not had a chance to read this one yet. I am planning on reading it very, very soon. In fact, before I actually release this video on YouTube, so I'll include in the description what I actually thought about this. That being said, Annie is one of my favorite characters in Attack on Titan, so this immediately caught my interest. I'm looking forward to checking this out and seeing what it's all about. Next, I have The Heroic Legend of Arslan. This is an adaptation of a classic Japanese novel by the mangaka who wrote Fullmetal Alchemist, Hiromu Arakawa. Bless her, she is a beautiful, beautiful soul. She's just a goddess of manga. She's incredible. The Heroic Legend of Arslan is stylistically different from her other work. As far as like the art's concerned, the art's really good. She's just amazing at that. But the story, again, is an adaptation, so I wouldn't jump into it expecting similar characters like the ones you would see in Fullmetal Alchemist. This is a very, very different work. But that being said, it's an amazing work, and I can tell why this story is a classic. So, high recommendation from me. Next is Non Bioria, and actually I'm going to turn my camera a little bit so you get a better view of what the cover is actually supposed to be presented as. As I've said before in previous videos, Non Bioria is the story of 4 girls who live in rural Japan. It's a slice of life story. It's very cute. I actually have been in rural schools myself, and this manga actually does a pretty good job of describing what it's really like to live out in the boonies, although I have never been to a school that only has 5 students like this manga depicts. It's just enjoyable. I really don't know what to say other than that. It's just super enjoyable. It's super cute, very funny. Again, another high recommendation from me. Next is One Punch! One Punch Man is awesome, especially this volume, which features the most powerful character in the series. No one can beat him. No one can beat King. If you don't get that joke, read One Punch Man Volume 8. That is a huge meme and joke thing in the One Punch Man community, and I love everything about King. He's a great character. And One Punch Man Season 2 was just announced, so that's exciting, so I'm sure that the content in this volume will be covered there. But if you just can't wait to see what happens next, definitely pick this volume up and look into it. It's fantastic. And for these next two, little confession, these are not manga. I have featured Western comics on my monthly manga picks before, so this is nothing unusual. However, I did want to preface a bit about these two. As some of you guys know, I'm going back to school to become a full-time English teacher. I'm super excited about that. I love to share my love of literature with people, and being able to do that on a day-to-day basis with students is just going to be incredible. Part of my requirements is that I have to read a lot of novels, and some of them are graphic novels, including these two. First up, I have Boxers and Saints. This is a graphic novel about the Boxer Revolution as told from the perspective of two different people. One who's on the side of the Boxers, the other who is on the side of the Christian community. And it's amazing. It's really graphic. It's really violent, but it's an amazing tale. And I think that junior high and above would really, really enjoy this. And for those of you who know me well, this features my girl Joan of Arc. So it immediately caught my interest. The Christian side of the tale is a little bit shorter, but the stuff that they include of Joan of Arc is just so cool. It's very interesting to see a Chinese character relate to Joan of Arc, who is herself French. It's super, super cool. This gets a very high recommendation from me. And finally, we have Persepolis. This is a true story. So this is a graphic novel based on a true story about a girl who grew up in the Iranian Revolution. Again, another absolutely incredible tale. I do have a bit of a warning, though. Persepolis is recommended a lot for young students to read. That is only the first half, though. The second half is very, very adult in nature. This is the complete edition. Normally, Persepolis comes in 2 separate volumes. If any parents are watching this, or anyone who likes to recommend graphic novels and stuff to young children, the first half of Persepolis is awesome. Second half, not so much. Keep it away from kids. But again, this story is incredible. I absolutely adored it, and yeah, it's just amazing. Go check it out. Thank you guys so much again for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, this is CJ, signing off.